If you're still planning to retire in Mexico on $1,400 a month, you're about 4 years too late. As of 2026, Mexican consulates aren't asking for $1,400. They're asking for $4,400 every single month for 12 straight months, just to qualify. That's not a typo, and it's not old information recycled from a 5-year-old blog post. That's the real number, right now, and almost nobody making Mexico retirement content has caught up to it. So if your Social Security check looks nothing like $4,400 a month, you need a new plan. Today I'm giving you 4 countries where the bar is still where Mexico's used to be. Real visa numbers, real rent, real catches. Stay until number 1, because it's the only program left in the hemisphere that hands you permanent residency on day 1 for just $1,000 a month. We pulled this directly from official consulate documents, government immigration portals, and licensed immigration attorneys currently filing these applications, not forum guesses from 2021. Every figure you're about to hear was cross-checked against multiple sources processing real applications this year. Here's what actually happened. Mexico ties its residency income requirement to something called the UMA, a government index that's climbed every year since 2016. In 2022, the temporary resident visa needed about $2,000 a month in income. By 2026, that number more than doubled to roughly $4,300 to $4,400 a month, or close to $74,000 sitting in savings for 12 months straight. Want permanent residency instead? That's about $7,400 a month, or close to $300,000 in the bank. The average Social Security check in 2026 is about $1,976 a month. That's less than half of what Mexico now requires just to get a visa stamp. So unless you've got a fat pension or 6 figures parked in savings, Mexico's door just got a lot narrower. Good news, it's not the only door. Most Americans still picture cartels in danger. What they don't picture is Medellin's eternal spring climate, a modern metro system, and a retiree visa that's still genuinely accessible. Colombia's M11 Pensionado visa requires proof of a lifetime pension equal to 3 times the country's minimum wage. In 2026, that works out to roughly $1,400 a month. Furnished 1-bedrooms in solid walkable neighborhoods like Laureles or Envigado run $500 to $700 a month. A week of groceries lands around $40 to $50, and a sit-down restaurant meal with a drink is $6 to $10. Total comfortable monthly budget, $1,400 to $1,800. Compare that to the $4,400 Mexico now demands before you even land. Catch. This is a temporary visa renewed every 2 to 3 years, with permanent status only after 5 years of continuous renewals. Documents must be apostilled, translated into Spanish, and the visa terminates automatically if you're outside Colombia more than 180 days in a year. And while Medellin itself is dramatically safer than its 1990s reputation, you still need to choose your neighborhood with real care. This isn't a country where you can be careless about where you rent. Verdict. Ideal for retirees who want city energy, walkability, and a real expat community, and who don't mind the bureaucratic patience Colombia demands. But if you want a faster runway to permanent status, we have to go to the Andes. Ecuador rarely makes anyone's retirement shortlist, which is exactly why it's still this accessible. It uses the US dollar as its official currency. No exchange rate, no currency risk, no math. The pensioner visa requires 3 times Ecuador's basic wage in guaranteed pension income. For 2026, That's $1,446 a month, sourced from Social Security, a military pension, or a corporate pension. A furnished one-bedroom in Cuenca runs $400 to $550. Groceries for a week run $35 to $45, and a full restaurant meal costs $4 to $8. A single retiree lives comfortably on $1,300 to $1,700 a month here. Here's the part most videos skip. Stay 21 months without leaving Ecuador for more than 90 days total, and you can convert to permanent residency, with no income requirement to maintain afterward. That's faster than almost anywhere else in Latin America. The catch? 401k withdrawals and IRA distributions generally don't qualify as, quote, pension income for this specific visa. Only structured lifetime payments do, so anyone living off a brokerage account needs the rentista visa instead, at the same income level but different paperwork. Altitude is also real here. Quito and Cuenca both sit around 8,000 to 9,000 feet, and that's a genuine adjustment for anyone with respiratory or heart conditions. Verdict: built for retirees on a true lifetime pension or Social Security who want the fastest path to permanent status with zero ongoing income proof. Want a lower bar and a healthcare system Americans actually trust? Keep going. Costa Rica has run a Pensionado program since 1971, and it's barely moved while everyone else's requirements climbed. The income threshold is a flat $1,000 a month from a lifetime pension, with no separate requirement for a spouse filing as a dependent. Furnished one-bedrooms in Central Valley towns like Atenas or Rica run $500 to $700. Groceries run a bit higher than its neighbors, around $50 to $60 a week, and restaurant meals are $8 to $12 since Costa Rica isn't the bargain country it was 20 years ago. Total comfortable budget, roughly $1,400 to $1,900 a month. The catch? Costa Rica isn't cheap by Central American standards, it's cheap by American standards, and that gap is shrinking every year as the country gets more popular. Pensionado holders are barred from working as employees in Costa Rica. Only self-employment or remote foreign income is allowed. And you're required to enroll in the National Health System, CAJA, with monthly contributions running roughly 9 to 10% of your declared income. That's a real, recurring cost most calculators leave out. Verdict: perfect for retirees who want stability, trusted healthcare, and political calm over rock-bottom prices. And now, the program that beats all three. Here's why Panama wins. Every other country on this list still makes you wait years for permanent status. Panama's Pensionado visa grants permanent residency the moment you're approved. Not temporary, not renewable, permanent, from day one. The requirement: a guaranteed lifetime pension of $1,000 a month, period. Add $250 a month per dependent, buy $100,000 or more in Panamanian real estate, and the income bar drops to $750. Panama uses the US dollar as legal tender, so there's zero currency conversion risk, ever. A furnished one-bedroom in Boquete or Coronado runs $500 to $700 groceries, run $40 to $55 a week, and restaurant meals run $8 to $12. Total comfortable monthly budget, $1,400 to $1,900, the same range as Costa Rica, but with permanent status guaranteed instantly instead of years away. And then there's Law 6 of 1987, Panama's legally mandated retiree discount law, locking in reductions of 25% or more on restaurants, movies, domestic flights, and medical bills, enforced by an actual consumer protection agency that can fine businesses that refuse to honor it. The catch? Every application must go through a licensed Panamanian immigration lawyer. You cannot file it yourself, and realistic all-in legal costs run $3,000 to $6,000. Pensionado holders can't take a salaried local job, though remote work and owning a business are fine. And while Panama City itself is modern and walkable, infrastructure in some rural retiree pockets, especially around Bocas del Toro, still lags behind the highlands and the capital. Verdict: the strongest combination of low-income bar, instant permanent status, and dollar stability anywhere in Latin America right now. Four countries, four real numbers. Colombia, $1,400 a month, city energy with patience required. Ecuador, $1,446 a month, the fastest road to permanent status with zero ongoing income proof. Costa Rica, $1,000 a month, the most trusted healthcare system in the region. And Panama, $1,000 a month, instant permanent residency, and legally guaranteed discounts that no other country on this list can match. Mexico isn't gone, it's just no longer the easy button it used to be, and pretending the $1,400 a month version still exists is how people show up at a consulate appointment and walk away rejected. If you want the full breakdown of which Mexican cities still make sense for retirees who do clear the new $4,400 bar, that video is linked right now. One last thing. Not every accessible visa leads to a safe landing. Some of these income thresholds stay low precisely because demand has dropped, and a few of the countries with the easiest paperwork also carry active safety advisories you need to know about before you book a flight, not after. That's coming next.